Hey guys, we're back with Gym Reviewer. Today we're going to go over basically really the cheapest gym that you can build from Rogue Fitness, okay? A lot of people will say, yeah, we're building the cheapest gym, but like it's not really a gym, you know? When you're really working off such a budget, it's often not really a viable home gym. So what we're looking at is, it's like what kind of home gym can you actually get for the cheapest amount, really. And by the way, this is the Gym Reviewer website where we talk about reviews a little more in depth than we do here. If you prefer written stuff or you want to find direct links to the sites, and we've got a bunch of information there, constantly updating. And I think I enjoy writing some of the stuff, like the high tech guide. That's one of my favorites. Without further ado, let's get to it. And right now the shopping cart is empty. What we're going to do is we're going to go through, add each equipment to the shopping cart. Also, right here in our little Zeus Gym Builder, we are going to build the home gym. And this right here, this is a 1-car garage. And I'm looking to do this with other companies too. Let me guys know if that's interesting. We're starting out with Rogue, but I'd also like to do a series like this for Rep, for Titan Fitness, Bells of Steel, and a bunch of other companies that I think have really good products, and they're like, they have merit. And I think it'd be cool to do this. See, based out of all their products, what can we really build? What can we make? And how can we do it pretty cheaply without completely breaking the bank, at least. I mean, I'm expecting this build to still be pretty expensive because it is Rogue. We do have to take that into account. But, let's see. I think it'll be fun. All right. What's the first product? The Rogue S2 Squat Stand 2.0. Okay. Coming in at $485. Let's see, and let's find it. We'll type in S2. And it's not popping up. So yeah, if you guys aren't familiar, this is a really cool program by Rogue. This is the Zeus Gym Builder. Oh, look, there it is. S2 2.0. Perfect. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, and as we can see, that takes up quite a large amount of space. We're gonna, as we buy equipment, we're gonna just set it down in the gym, and we'll go back and organize it after. So that's the S2 squat stand, and it comes with the pull-up bar, as you can see here, the 1 1/4 inch pull-up bar. Personally, I wouldn't recommend the 43-inch fat skinny pull-up bar. I'm not a fan. What that is that's when you have basically a bar here and another bar here, and you have the option to flip and rotate them. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like the look, and it might make your rack a little more stable, but you can really only use one pull-up bar at a time because it's in a vertical manner, right? We're not going to add any bars. We're not going to add any benches here or plates. We're just going to add the 485 to the cart, and there it is. All right, what's the next product? Okay, these are the safety spotter arms for said rack, for the S2 squat stand. And why are we including these? Well, the rack comes with the pull bar, comes with the J-cups. It's kind of odd to me that the racks don't come standard with the with the spotter arms. I mean, it makes sense because some people don't lift with it, but kind of a pain that you always have to add it and then factor that into the cost. So these are the Infinity safety spotter arms, $155, not bad. We'll add it. Something I do want to comment on though, and this bugs me a ton. It might not bug you, but all right. So these spotter arms measure 24 inches in length. If we look at the Rogue Monster Series rack, their spotter arms technically have 24 inches of length in regards to the area that here, I'll do it here. When it's saying 24 inches in length, it's talking about from this end of the spotter arm to this end. On the Monster arms, 24 inches comes from here to here, meaning you have actually 24 inches worth of safe catching space, for lack of a better word. Whereas here you basically have, 19 or 20 inches? Let's see. Gear specs. The depth from the upright. Okay. your depth from your upright is only 20 inches. On the Monster Series, it's 24. So those 4 inches, that means that if this is the rack right here, that means you have to, if you fail on a lift, you don't have that extra 4 inches of space to catch the bar in a failed lift. I think that's kind of a big deal. And for me, that was a deal breaker. That's why I didn't go with this rack or any of the Infinity Series racks. Also from Titan, the similar version, because of that. Moving on. And we didn't add that over here to the gym builder just because... Actually, let's see. Maybe we can. Safety. I think it's unlikely that it will be here just because it's an accessory. Not all the accessories, are really available. I don't know. I think that's something that Rogue will work on in the future, but let's keep going. The Rogue Echo Bar 2.0. Now, there are 2 ways to go about this. If you want a new bar with Rogue's warranty and all of that, this is probably your cheapest, best option. But $265 is not cheap. That is expensive. For most people, $265. I mean, to throw down on a bar, like, you really have to think before you put that. That's a good amount of money. So that's one option. That's not what I would actually go with, though. Okay, so I'm not going to add it to the cart. If you want a brand new factory clean option, go with that. What I'd actually recommend, though, is the 28.5 millimeter Boneyard bars from Rogue. And if you look over here, you can get Boneyard Rogue Ohio bars, and there are a ton of options. Some of them are unavailable, some of them are not. For usually $50 to $75 cheaper. So let's see, this was the Rogue Echo Bar 2.0. Let's see the Rogue Echo Bar 2.0. Let's see if they have it on over here, see how cheap it is. You know what, we'll try and find it. Echo Bar. Awesome. Oh, look at that. 165. 265. This is the 2.0 though, okay? So what you're getting here is probably the Rogue Echo Bar 1.0. Now, is that a deal breaker? For $100, sorry, but I'm going with the 1.0. $100 of savings, 165. Like, you're out of your mind. Sorry, I'm not willing to pay $100 extra for pretty much the same bar. With maybe it has upgraded components. It probably does. But man, I'm going with the Boneyard. We're going with the cheapest gym here that you can build on a budget. And if I'm on a budget and I could save $100 off something as simple as an earlier version, I'm going to do it. So let's add this to the cart. Something to note though about the Boneyard bars is they do, the shipping on them is pretty expensive. So that might actually affect the shipping. We'll have to see, and maybe at the end of this we'll play around with the shipping, see if it really affected it. So let's add the bar. I wonder if they have Boneyard bars on the Zeus. I don't think so. Yeah, it doesn't look like. But we'll do the Echo Bar. They've got to have that. Come on. Rogue Echo Bar. All right, close enough. They have the 2.0. But we'll add it anyway. All right, so now you've got your bar. And something I really like about this is when I'm building my gyms, and if you guys don't know, I've had home gyms prior. We're now building a commercial gym. We have other videos on that. Maybe I'll go through and actually do a Zeus gym builder series going through the whole gym and how we went around figuring out what pieces to buy. Because we did buy about $10,000 more of equipment for the gym. We're now in the shipping process. But basically what I'm saying is Zeus Builder helps me really figure out, how much space. Like once you have the measurements of the room, it helps me figure out, really where to situate equipment, because it's very easy to visualize. Okay, right here, let's say this is 2 feet. Okay, so if you have a bar on your rack, maybe you have 2 feet to get by here and maybe 1.5 feet to load plates on this side. So little things like that. I mean, it's so much easier than just measuring drawing it all up on a piece of paper and figuring out, okay, my S2 squat stand is 48 inches wide, so I'm going to have to mark, having it visually done and all of the calculations put in. It's awesome. So, well done, Rogue. Let's keep going. These are a good one. I like these a lot. These are the Rogue Olympic plates. Okay, these are probably the cheapest plates. One of the cheapest options you're going to find online. Definitely for my research, Rep has some decently viable options. I actually think the Rogue ones are potentially a little cheaper. Feel free to, put it down in the comments if you got them for cheaper than this. But this actually isn't a horrible deal from Rogue, the Rogue Olympic plates. Now, what do I think a home gym needs? These come in pairs. That is something important to note. I'm going to do a 300-pound set. It's actually a 255 pound set plus a bar equals a 300-pound set of let's call it a complete weight set for lack of a better term. And that would consist of, some of you guys aren't going to like this. One pair of 45s, one pair of 35s, 125, 110, two sets of 5s, and I believe one set of 2.5s. Let's do the math real quick. 5 pounds plus 20 pounds plus 20 pounds. I'll have to subtract 2 real quick. Okay, so 45 plus 50 pounds plus 70 pounds for the 35s plus 90 for the 45s. Awesome. So we did the math correctly. 255 pounds of weight, plates right here, plus the 45-pound bar equals a 300-pound weight set. And for that, $475 for the plates. That's pretty expensive. The Dick's Sporting Goods 300-pound weight set is around, I want to say, $400 or $500. I mean, they upped the prices insanely during COVID due to raw material costs, shipping costs, and other factors. But like 5 years ago, I got the Dick's weight set on sale for like $185. That's a 300-pound weight set. Or it was like 185 to 210, something like that. Crazy good deal. Brand new. Like my brother and I walked away from Dick's and loaded it up in our mom's van, and it was awesome. But getting back to what we're talking about, let's see if we added it. Awesome, we added it to the cart. So, it's one of the more expensive things. $475 just for the plates, though. Something to note, in my opinion, these are better quality plates than the Dick's Sporting Goods ones. They're both cast iron. The Dick's Sporting Goods ones are also cast iron. But it says it here. Hold on. Where was it? Simple. Exactly. The Rogue Black Olympic plates are simple, classic. Mostly simple, though. Now, the Dick's Sporting Goods plates, they have grip locations in them, which is a really good option. I actually like it a lot. But the plates feel kind of cheap. Like, it feels like they're going to chip and so on. If I did it again, I'd probably go with these. Especially since we're doing the all Rogue build, it works out well. So let's add real quick these plates to our build in the gym. See how they fit in our one-car garage. Honestly, it doesn't even have to be a one-car garage. This could even be a standard, standard bedroom. A 9x16? No, that's not really standard bedroom. That's pretty big, actually. So here's our other plate. Yeah, sometimes the software can be a little finicky. Like, as you can see here, it's not really... Oh, sorry, guys. Extreme close-up. Sometimes it doesn't let you move things. Let's see, maybe it'll let me... there it is. Okay, perfect. So there are 45s. Let's get the 35s real quick. And I'm just doing it, obviously your plates aren't going to be standing on their own. I mean, some people do build a little box right here out of wood, like a toaster style. That's pretty cool. But we're doing this mostly just so you could see what the deal is. Like in regards to how large they actually are in your space, how much space they actually take up for this budget home gym by Rogue. All right, 25s. What do we need? 5s. We need 10s, 5s, 2.5s. Let's see if they have them. They might not have them. That might be a problem. Let's see if we could type in IPO, which is the I guess it's the code that they're using. No, it doesn't look like that. Did anything? All right, let's see if we could find other change plates here. Some 5s. All right, we could maybe use those. We'll use these. That's good enough. All right, here we have 10s. And to note, the 10s right here that I'm adding, they're not the plates listed over here. These are Rogue's like thin deep dish version plates, if that makes any sense to you guys. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. It's basically a thin plate that Rogue makes and advertises. Now, the 5s. Alright, I'm going to speed this up a little just because it takes so... You know, something that one of the, I guess, negative parts about doing this is it can take a good amount of time sometimes playing around with the software. So yeah, in some cases using pen and paper could be a little easier, right? If you're just drawing this out. And actually that's what when I make minor changes on our gym builds, I'll pull out a piece of paper and just go through. All right, but there we have it. Here's the basic pieces we've got so far: our rack, our spotter arms, barbell, and 255 pounds of plates. And we've got some collars. These are Rogue's cheapest collar option. Long term, I probably wouldn't go with these. I have probably 3 or 4 sets of spring collars in our gym. I thought about selling them for like $5 each, but at the end of the day, I'm like, is it really worth it to spend all that time, list them on Facebook Marketplace and all this stuff just for $20? I didn't think it was worth it, so we're just going to keep it and donate it to the commercial gym. But I think you only really need 1 pair to start out for a gym, so we're going to add it. Let's see, I wonder if they have spring collars. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely spelled spring collars. Oi. Spring collars. Alright, so they don't have, not that big of a deal. It doesn't take up a lot of space. You could put it pretty much anywhere in this massively empty 1-car garage. Alright, now we're getting the fun stuff. The flat utility bench 2.0. Not the 1.0. Yeah, they made some upgrades. And why not? So let's add it to the cart. $210. Relatively expensive. If we're doing another home gym build, let's say from other manufacturers, I probably wouldn't go with this bench. I think there are better options out there. But since we're doing an all Rogue cheapest home gym, why not? Let's check it out. So we'll add it to the cart. And it's processing. And we'll add it also to our gym. You know what we're going to do? We're going to copy. This is another nice thing, guys, is you can just copy and paste. Let's see if it shows up. Wow, that did not. That didn't work at all. Ah, Rogue Echo Bar. My bad, I guess it didn't function. Copy. Alright, now it should. Only 404 results. I don't know how their search function really works on this, but I mean, that's not a bench. Why? Maybe they want you to use more equipment, so they give you more options. So it's like, oh, well, I was looking for a bench, but now I found these nice, green colored training plates, so I'll add them to my gym and maybe make Rogue some more money. That's probably why so many results come up on one search. 404 for something that's specific. That's got to be why. So let's find it. Flat utility bench. This is the welded version. If you look right here, this is the bolt together. I think this is it. They have the monster utility bench. Oh no, this is it, sorry. This is the monster one. This is like the thicker version, comparable to the Rep FB 5000 and the Griffin Fitness flat bench, but it's a ton more expensive than the utility flat bench. So we'll go with this guy for our cheapest build. Ooh, what? Awesome. And that's something else I like about it is you can get a really good look in your mind's eye of where things go. Like, let's zoom in right here. Oh. Sorry, guys. You know, you could play around with it. You could say, well, how much space do I actually need over here, right? When I put the bench in. If these are the spotter arms, and this is where the bar is going to be, and the bar at maximum will end up over here, right? Because the spotter arms are right in this path, and the J-cups are here. Now we can determine how much space we need outside of the rack for our feet and everything. So, you know, I think this is a really cool program. I enjoy using it. And yeah, I've spent tons of hours on it. Just wow, my zoom function. Sorry guys, I'm using a mouse pad here. I'm used to using like a mouse, but I'm using one of the tracking pads. So, all right, let's get to it. Power block. This has to be one of my top picks for home gyms. I actually have a pair, the Pro EXP series, not the Elite. And in my opinion, the Pro EXP series, I'll have to do a video on it and why I chose it, but I think it's technically a better option than these guys. But if budget is a factor, these guys, in my opinion, are a lot better option. They're also a ton cheaper. My EXPs after shipping from Power Block cost me $1,000. So for $697, not including shipping, and Rogue has pretty good shipping for the 90 set. In general, Rogue has pretty good shipping rates because they do so much bulk. That's pretty good. Not bad. And this is probably, I mean, prices have also probably gone up since when I purchased. But let's say for a basic home gym, you know, I would say for some people can get by with 5 to 50 pound set. If you have 2 dumbbells, it's 100 pounds total. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of people want to lift heavy. 5 to 90 is what most people are probably going to buy, at least in this community who, you know, is seriously lifting at home and has a 300 pound set of plates. But in regards to budget, because we're just starting out with the budget gym, I'm going to do the EXP 70 with the assumption that, hold on, that's what, all right, it's not, let's see, maybe it's this one. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to buy this one, the 70 pound set, with the assumption that in the future, as you either get stronger or have more funds, that you're going to upgrade to the 90 pound set. And of course, I'll link, guys, all of this will be linked in the description eventually. You know, so you could find it and see exactly what we're talking about. There are a ton of products on Rogue, so it can make it pretty confusing. Once you have a link, I think it's just a lot easier to find out, you know, exactly what product we're talking about. Like we saw that before when we were looking at the flat bench. Like, look at all these different options. They all look the same too, which is kind of, I mean, unless you've been doing a lot of research, and honestly, I think some of you guys have. If you're watching this, you know, it means you really care about your health and your fitness, and you know, you're putting your money where your mouth is, and you're trying to invest in yourself, and so you're doing research on it. So yeah, some of you guys are going to be very educated and will be able to tell like the differences. Oh, because this has the handle right here, I can tell that it's the Monster Utility versus the Monster Utility Band, you know, stuff like that, the 2.0 versus the 1.0. But at the end of the day, not everyone, in my opinion, has to do all their research. That's why we're kind of doing this breakdown for you. So, you know, save you time. Honestly, if I had someone who did something like this, and there are videos like this, is what helped me out. So now we're just making the whole process a little more streamlined, in my opinion. All right, so we added that to the cart. Let's add it now to our build. I think it's 2 words. Power block, no? Oh, it looks like it's 1 word. You know what? We're going to add the stand, and I didn't consider that. You know, I'd actually recommend probably getting the stand. Let's see if it's an option here. Ah, there it is. But it looks like it's out of stock. No? Silver? Notify me item. Okay, so it's out of stock, but for $180, you could get it for cheaper. I got mine. I got the collapsible stand for way cheaper. And I got the collapsible stand because basically my personal home gym is going to be like a really limited space gym that I want to be able to pack up and store away when not in use, so we could use the spaces for other things. I think you could get it for cheaper. I actually probably wouldn't even buy it from Rogue then. I'd probably just buy a plyo box or something like that, or build one. Because we're on a budget, I wouldn't spend 180 bucks initially on that anyway. So let's see, maybe we'll just put it down without the stand. Let's see where, you know, sometimes it auto-populates in weird places. Like sometimes the items will show, like they won't show up when you click it. All right, so here we have the blocks, the power blocks we're putting down right here. And let's move on. Let's see what other items we have. Now, these aren't mandatory. You know, right here, this is a solid home gym. A lot of people are going to get a ton of value out of this. But bands are a really good other option. You know, they're a great way to really make up for something like a spudding pulley or a machine like a cable column. You know, because we're on a budget, most people aren't going to be buying a full cable column or something like that. And I get that, like 100%. Ah, the zoom. All right, we're back. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, Rogue's 3D option is super finicky. Like, I don't know. I have a lot of trouble with it. So here we have it. There you guys can see what we've built. This is something else I would add. I'd add the Rogue Monster Bands for our budget home gym. And what I do is probably just the first 3. I just do 1 pair of these, 1 pair of the red bands. And these, it's kind of a pain. It doesn't come in a pair. It comes in a single pack, so get 2 of these. Oh, you could get it as a pair. My bad. Cool. And that's probably all I'd get for now for the beginner gym, or not beginner, the budget gym. And I'd also get a TRX. I mean, once you have bands, you could put the bands from this pull-up bar, do a ton of stuff with them. Once you have the TRX, as long as you put weight on the back of your squat rack, like what I do is I'd probably put a peg or something, or just lay all of my plates on the back so there's some weight, and then you can use your TRX system, which is pretty cool. So yeah, for 180 bucks, it's pretty expensive. You could make your own. Personally, I just buy it. I think it's, if you're going to be putting your hands on it using something that much, you might as well invest a little in yourself. You're already putting all this money down for a gym. Might as well go with the best. So we added that. And I think medicine balls are fun. I think they can be overpriced, definitely. But if you have, let's say, a 10-pound medicine ball and 18-pound medicine ball, I think that opens up a lot of options for getting creative in your home gym. And, you know, this is a pretty good setup for a cheap home gym. Oh, cheap? I spoke too soon. The total before tax for this gym, I don't know if you guys could see it, so I'll put it right here. $2,391 US before tax. Let's say you want to ship all of this. To Beverly Hills. Okay, let's see you live in LA, Los Angeles. And I picked Beverly Hills because I know the zip code. Because of the, I think it's the TV show. I've heard the name, 90210. 90210, I think that's it. Let's see what the tax on shipping would be if you live in California, SoCal. Initial cost before shipping and tax is $2,391 for your home gym. For this setup right here. Oof. Oy. $470 for shipping. That's pretty expensive. Even from Rogue, from my experience. $227 in tax. So $3K total. What is that? Man, that's a good amount. $3K for a home gym, guys. That's not cheap. I'm not going to lie. That's pretty expensive. Like $3K for what you're getting here. I don't know if I'd buy all the equipment from Rogue, guys, if that's the case. But in the case that you do want to do it and you just want a one-stop shop, this is a great option. Let's see real quick if we switch out the Boneyard bar for the Echo bar, if it changes it. So we're going to remove the Boneyard shaft. Let's see, I think, no, it's this one right here. And let's add the Echo bar to the cart. Because you know how earlier we were talking about the shipping. Boneyard shipping can often be expensive. Let's see if the $400-something shipping changes. And if you look, the total before was $2,391. The total went up $100 because the difference between the Boneyard and the Echo Bar is $100. So let's see. Same zip code, 90210 for California, and let's see how the shipping changes. It was around $400 for the Boneyard Bar. Wow. Just around the same thing. But then the tax, that's why I changed. Okay. So yeah, you're not really saving. You're actually paying $110 more between going. So if you buy the Boneyard Bar, your total is $3,088. If you upgrade to the Echo Bar 2.0, then you're paying almost $3,200, $3,200 for something that looks like this home gym right here. So yeah, guys, I hope you got something out of this. Would I recommend everyone to go buy a complete home gym setup from Rogue for their so-called budget option? No. Do I even think this is a budget option? Not really. I mean, if you're buying Rogue, you're probably not buying budget, but if you want to get quality equipment for a good deal, or at least the cheapest really options they have from Rogue that's still good quality, this is the equipment I would have gone with. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions down in the description. Personally, I have a lot of fun making these. I hope you guys got something out of it. And if you have any questions on what to buy, or you're not exactly sure, let me know. And I don't know, maybe we could even do a tutorial on Zeus, because I have a lot of fun with this. I've spent hours working with Zeus. I don't know if you noticed how this is a new function that they added, but you can actually change the height of items. So your bar auto-populates on the floor, like all your equipment, but you can actually move products up and move them around. So I think that's a ton of fun. Like, look, right now we have a floating weight plate. So it really is that 3D aspect. And I mean, they do a great job with making this software a little more consumer friendly. But yeah, guys, that's all we've got for today. And if you like it, feel free to like the video. It helps a lot. Commenting also. And subscribe for more. We'll catch you later. Out.